So I've got a set of data here in a table, and I'm going to find the mean, mode, median and range. So let's start with the range, because that's the easiest one. It's just the biggest number, take away the smallest. And we were looking for the range of ages. So I'm not looking at what most people will, their misconception will be to look at this column, and they'll pick the biggest number here, 9, take away 4 is 5. That's not correct. You're looking at the range of ages. Now before I even do that, I want to actually understand what this table means. So if I wrote this data out in a list, this is what it would look like. There would be 5 people with an age of 18. So it would be 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. There would be 5 people with an age of 19. I'm just going to change colour. So 19, 2, 3, 4, 5. There would not be 9 people an age of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there would be 4 people at an age of 21. Okay, so that's actually my list of data, and this table is just a nice neat way of summarising this list. If I had this list of data in front of me, it would be really easy to know what the range is. The range is the biggest number, which is 21, take away the smallest number, which is 18. So 21 take away 18 is 3. So my range is 3. And you can see I could have just done that looking at the table. 21 take away 18 is 3. Okay, so we've got the exact same set of data, and you can see that I've again listed all the numbers. I've just put them nice and neat up here so that we can refer to them as well. So it says find the mode age, or the modal age, and that means the most common. So the mode is the most common. So what's the most common age? If I just looked at my data, I can clearly see that the most common age here is 20. It's not 9, which is the common mistake. There are 9 20s, but the most common age, the actual age, is 20. So we're looking for the age group that has the biggest frequency. So my answer for this question is 20. Same set of data, we're now looking at the median. The median is the middle value. So if I just look at this data set, if I put all of these in order and crossed each pair off from each side, what would I be left with in the middle? So let's just have a go at that with the data set. So let's just put these all in order. And I'm just going to cross them off from each side. Just use black. So my trick is that when I cross them off, I change my diagonal line so I can remember where I've got to with a pair, just in case I get distracted. I don't want to have to write them all out and start them all over again. Okay, so I've got left with 20 in the middle. So I now know that the median is 20. I've answered the question, but what if it was a hard question? What if these were the frequency was so high that I couldn't list all the numbers out? So we need to be able to know what to do with the table. Let's just look back at how many numbers there were in this list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So there's 23 numbers in total, which also should be the total frequency. That makes sense, because frequency means how many is in the data set. So there's 23 in total. Now, effectively what I'm doing each time is I'm crossing off pairs, a pair of number. So you could say I'm dividing by 2, but 23 divided by 2 isn't going to get you the right answer. So what you have to do is 23 add 1 and then divide by 2. This is what happens. 23 add 1 and divide by 2. So you always need to add 1. That's 24 divided by 2, which is 12. So I'm looking for whatever the 12th number is. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so the trick is add 1 to how many numbers there are and divide by 2. So here I had 23, I added 1, I divide by 2. I'm looking for the 12th number. That's obviously not giving me the median, so what I have to do is I have to look at something called the cumulative frequency. And we'll look a bit more at this in the coming weeks. So we've got cumulative frequency, and that's how much is the total in the list so far. So after those first 18, there's still only 5 in the list. Once we've got up to 19, there's these 5 and there's also this 5 in the list. 5 add 5 is 10. At 20, we've got another 9 in the list, so 5 add 5 is 10, add another 9 is 19. And at 21, we've got everything in the list now, so we've got that total of 23. So what I'm looking for is where is the 12th number, so the 12th number in the table. So at this point there are only 5 numbers, at this point there's only 10. The 12th number is going to be in here, which makes the median 20. Okay, so if we just go back through that again, you find out the total frequency, add 1 and divide by 2. That will tell you what number you're looking for, and then you find out where 12 would be. So up to here I've only had 10 numbers, up to here I've had 19 numbers, so the 12th number is going to be somewhere in that row, which is 20. So same data, I've still got the data written out on the side. So there's 5 18s, 5 19s, 9 20s and 4 21s. Now we're going to find the mean age. Now if I was just looking at this list, that would be really nice and easy. So again, let's move this list down to here. And what I would be doing is adding them all together and dividing by how many there are. Okay, so on my calculator, 18, add 18, add 18, add 18, add 18. 19, add 19, add 19, add 19, add 19. Add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 20s. Add 1, 2, 3, 4 21s. And I get 449. So the mean is add them all together, divide by how many there are. You can remember from earlier it was a total of 23. So 449 divided by 23 is 19.5. So the mean age is 19 and a half. Now, you're probably thinking, God, that was a long time that she took on a calculator. I mean, she could have been doing something so much more simpler. So you probably heard me say, instead of 20 add 20 add 20, I said 9 lots of 20. Now that brings us back to the quick way then. So the quick way is, instead of writing this whole list out, we know that there's 5 18s in the list. So instead of putting 18 add 18 add 18 add so on my calculator, I can literally just put 18 times 5. And instead of going 19 add 19 add, I can put 19 times 5. And instead of going 20 add 20 add 20, I can put 20 times 9. And 21 add 21 add 20, I can just put 21 times 4. So I could have done that. 18 times 5 is 90. 19 times 5 is 95. 20 times 9 is 180. 21 times 4 is 84. I should be getting the same total that I got earlier, so let's have a look. 90 add 95 add 180 add 84. 449, that's correct. So we've just added them all together, 449, and now divide by how many there are. Remember, frequency means how many. That's really important. So you've got the long way, which is writing everything out, which obviously you can't do every single time because these could be really high numbers. And the quick way, timesing them, adding them all together, and dividing by how many there are. 19.5 is my average, mean average age.